It's that time of the year again, and while we all have our favorite Christmas horror movies, I highly recommend Treevenge, which you can watch on YouTube for free, Krampus, and maybe even the bleakest of all Christmas horror movies, although this one is slightly thriller, Silent Night. Sometimes we do need to add a couple of fresh picks to the mix. So here are a bunch of brand spanking new Christmas horror movies to check out this season and where to watch them. First is a film that didn't get much buzz. Have you heard of Santa Isn't Real? In the aftermath of a harrowing Christmas Eve assault, Nikki, a young woman, faces an uphill battle persuading her friends that her attacker was none other than the legendary figure himself, Santa Claus. As the ominous presence of Santa looms again, Nikki and her friends are in for a long night of carnage as they must fight to stay alive and stay away from Santa Claus. You can rent this one on Vudu or Prime. A Creature Was Stirring is set during a Christmas blizzard. It's about Faith, a nurse who is keeping her daughter Charm confined and medicated to manage an unusual ailment. But when strangers seek shelter, they uncover the dysfunctional dynamic and the sinister presence hidden within, challenging not only their safety, but their lives. This isn't your typical holiday tale, it's a chilling story with a dark twist. Check this one out on VOD sites like Vudu. There's Something in the Barn is my personal pick for a new Christmas classic horror movie. It's an exciting take on tradition while poking fun at itself. Played by Martin Starr, Bill and his family move from America to Norway, and there's plenty of laughs as they attempt to adjust to the cultural differences. But the real fun comes in when they find out an ancient creature is living in their barn, and from here it turns into a whimsical nightmare. This is more of a simple tale if you're looking for an easy watch. It doesn't take itself too seriously at all, and it's a fun ride with a lot of epic fight scenes. You can rent this one on Vudu or Prime. Horror comedy It's a Wonderful Knife has made quite a buzz recently after it dropped in cinemas and then headed straight to streaming platform Shudder. The film incorporates the bones from the classic It's a Wonderful Life as we follow Winnie, who becomes the town hero after taking out a masked villain. But 1 year later, she wonders if her decision was the right one. And now the Christmas spirit, or really the Northern Lights, do the rest. Now she's transported to an alternate version of her own town where she experiences firsthand what coulda, shoulda, would have happened if events were different. The film stars Joel McHale, Justin Long, and Catherine Isabel. There's a lot going on in this one, but the gore slashing portions are very well done. Even if it does overcomplicate itself at times, it's a swift watch, and for those who like bloody Christmas vibes, it definitely delivers. Again, this one is now on Shudder. Christmas isn't just forgiving. In The Sacrifice Game, we learn about taking away. Set in a boarding school during the 70s, students Samantha and Clara find themselves inside the school grounds during the Christmas break. But the boredom doesn't last for long as strangers approach the premises. And this isn't a Kevin McKellar situation by any means, because these criminals are not wet bandits. They're not here to rob them. They're here to deliver terror with a sinister twist. This film takes advantage of the infamous 70s satanic panic, but it also focuses on the history of the school. It's a layered plot, so if you're looking for more of an intricate storyline full of surprises with a winter backdrop, then check this one out. It's now streaming on Shudder. Now let's talk about a few that you may have missed from late last year. The Apology. This is a hard watch. I apologize for the apology. Because if you struggle like me during the Christmas season, well, strap in, because this one is a lot. Starring Anna Gunn, the film takes place 20 years after the disappearance of her daughter. Now recovering from addiction, she is trying to hold herself together during the holiday season as she prepares the family's Christmas celebration. But, of course, an unexpected guest arrives just in time to pull it all apart. If you like thriller mysteries, this one will scratch that itch, although it's very grim. It's streaming on AMC Plus and Shudder. TV movie Ylog should not be overlooked overlooked. In fact, I would put this at the top of your must-watch list. This is a true found footage, although it has many surprises. It starts as a simple Ylog loop stream, one you expect to play on a TV to set the mood, but before long people enter the scene and things go from strange to bizarre. Believe it or not, this film is lighthearted. It's an Adult Swim production that is labeled as a comedy horror, and it's an absolutely refreshing take on the found footage structure. There's just something so unique about the premise and the way it's delivered. If you like original content, I can almost guarantee that you will love this film. You can watch this one on the Adult Swim site for free, Prime, or on other VOD platforms. Have you checked out Violent Night yet? This one was released late last year and it's a solid entry to the bloody Christmas list. Starring David Harbour as Santa, we get the perspective of the other side of a chaotic night as a group of mercenaries attack an estate of a wealthy family, and Santa must now step in to make sure that there's severe consequences to the infamous naughty list. The film lives up to its name with a lot of carnage and even some fantastical elements. I loved watching this one in theaters last year, so if you missed it, make sure to give it some love this holiday season. It may surprise you. Depending on your region, this one is streaming on Netflix in some places, and you can rent it on Amazon Prime. And of course, there's the other side of the same coin. We have Christmas Bloody Christmas, which is streaming now on AMC Plus and Shudder. This slasher takes place on Christmas Eve, where we follow Tori, who just wants to get liquor merry in peace. But a robotic Santa Claus at a nearby toy store has other ideas as it goes haywire and begins a bloody rampage, killing everything in its path. And now Tori must step up and kill Santa himself and save Christmas. Well, robotic Santa. She's not killing the real thing, my gosh. I'm into disturbing stuff, but not that crazy. There's a bunch of new horrors and thrillers to stream this December. Why not check out this video for more information? And also there's a new A24 horror comedy that no one is talking about. Check out my review here. It's completely spoiler free. As always, stay safe, stay spooky, and happy holidays, friends.